Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. All right, so we made this part here, and it fits nicely in there. Does it fit nicely? Oh. A couple little pieces of scrap stuff. There we go. Fits nicely right there. Now the problem is that we don't have a way of attaching this to this. So and this goes in from the inside this way. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put 4 holes in the circle here. And weld the holes, and that should hold it in place pretty well. There we go. All right, we should get some height now. Okay, so now we're sitting on 0 right now, so we're going to come out, and I'm not sure how much. And it really doesn't matter as long as we're somewhat centered in this. So we've come out 121 1 inch 211 thousandths. We're going to come out 1 inch 200 thousandths even. There we go. Punch a hole in there. We're going to want to go nice and slow. Lots of oil. There we go. And 1 inch 200. So we'll come back around. One inch 200. Okay, that's pretty much done. Now we can just put that in from the other side and weld these holes closed. And then also at the same time I'll probably come in and throw a couple of welds in between, like right in this area right here, all the way around, and that'll give it extra. So we're going to take the cage down and free up the mill, and we'll be all right. Well, the next thing we have to do is we need to. This is the scrap piece that we're throwing away, but what we need to do is put a keyway in the new piece. Now the problem is that we don't have the sleeve that goes inside of this hole. and fits the little mini brooch. So, and I have one that fits inside of the hole, but the brooch, the size is thicker. And I also have one with the right size brooch, but the hole size is wrong. So we're just starting with a little piece of cold roll here, and we're gonna probably we'll just face it off real quick like, and go from there. And I'll need a little more angle. There we go. Let's get you more centered. There we go. And that should pretty much do what we need to do. Round off that edge just a little bit. Okay, we're going to spin it around and we're going to grab it pretty high up because, yeah, that's good. I want that shoulder to be right there. Okay, let's engage. We definitely got a ways to go. Uh-oh. That's not good. It kicked it out. So I'm thinking there we go. Let's go ahead and put a center in there. Now, normally I put my chuck key back where it belongs, but I guess I didn't do that this time. So now I can't find it. Well, we can not worry about it for the moment. I mean, those things always tend to show up eventually when you don't need them. So what we're going to do is switch out chucks, because this one's got a center in it. Bring this back. Slide our center in. And that'll give us a little bit of strength. Well, I just realized that how am I going to hold this? So, we're just going to chuck this piece and get a longer one. Because, you know, once I get ready to cut the key, I'm cutting it with a key cutter, and they always come in from the side. It isn't like I don't have tons of this stuff laying around. There we go. And these have centers in them already, so we're ahead of the game a bit. So our height wants to be somewhere right in here. Probably don't even need the center at this point. I believe our hole size is 1/2 inch, and it is 500 thousandths, and we are sitting at 5/18. So we'll take a few thousandths more. There it is. Doesn't have to be an accurate fit, just a nice snug one. All right, so now we take it over to the mill and we mill a slot into that. Okay, so now we want to mill a slot into this, and we can take all of our measurements and get everything just right, or we can do it this other way, which is just as effective, and it certainly is close as the measurements, especially with my math skills. So we're just going to pull in. Let's get out on the edge here until we hit. There it is. It's just now hitting. And we could literally just take the quill up and down. And right where it's hitting is dead center. So we bring it down. Let's come on in a bit so we can spot it. Put my cheater glasses on. Let's see what we've got. It's about dead center. Now we are just touching now, so we want to, what do we need? The size of our key, which is 123 thousandths. So divide that in half. $61.50, and then we want to add just a little bit, so let's just say 65. No, in this case, I'm sorry. In this case, we have to go the distance of the thickness of this. Okay. That's where we start. So that's 190. All right, so now come on out. We're gonna start this up. And I don't want to climb with this thing. Okay, so what we'll do is go on over. We'll climb a little bit till we get centered. Okay, now 190. That's about as far as we can go. So let's just take it over. That's pretty close. What we need to do is get this out of the way here. We'll get you out of the way. Now, let's get this all the way over. And see what we've got. We definitely need that extra 20. So what I have to do is, I think what I just need to do is come in and take out this area here, get it down to that level. And I think maybe just a grinder will do it. Can I get in there? I think I can. Yep, that did it. 190 puts it right level. Okay, so we take this apart and we take it over to the saw and just saw it off. And I'll be back for that. All right, we're going to take our little piece, it's sawn off. I'm just going to square up the top and put a little bevel on the edge. All right. And we've got our sleeve. Well, normally I would put this in the hydraulic press and, you know, just go for it. But this thing is so small and fragile. I think I need to have a little bit of control over the press of it. Well, it seems to be jammed. Let's get a little bit more oil going here. Well, one reason why it's so hard is we're working with 4140. That's true. Okay. All right, we got one pull. Let me get some shims. Yeah, I don't even think I have some shims that narrow. that could have been one. All right, we're going to have to make some shims. We'll be back. All right, well, we've got ourselves set up here, and the metal is still fairly cool. So we're going to go ahead and heat this up a little bit. There we go. Just heat that core and let it spread out a little bit, and heat it a little bit more. Yeah, nice and warm. Okay, while it was hot, it had puckered up, but now that it's cooling back down, it's just barely able to touch it. I think it looks pretty good. All right, let's weld it. Now we got to be very careful here, because if I weld one side, it could torque up. Definitely don't want that to happen. So we're just going to super tack it. That's better. All right. I don't know what happened there, but we'll just grind that off and maybe just tack it one more time. Okay, we got the whole thing welded in. It looks pretty good. It fits. Everybody's happy. And he's going to be able to go back to trimming pot again. So, hey, this is Nick Collier checking out.